Hello, this is Tali Andrews and welcome to the Asia edition of TDTV. Residents and visitors in Kuala Lumpur will soon have a new way of getting around the city after it was announced that an underground railway project will be developed in the Malaysian capital. In what is being billed as the country's largest land transport infrastructure project, the Mass Rapid Transit system is expected to offer 3 main lines connecting key locations in the city as well as suburban hubs. The $11.4 billion project, which will begin in July next year, is part of the Malaysian government's plan to increase use of public transport in the city. Philippine Airlines has said it's ready to mount emergency flights to evacuate its citizens from South Korea, should the current tensions on the Korean peninsula erupt into full-blown conflict. The flag carrier said it had met with government officials to discuss the possibility of repatriation flights for Philippine citizens. While the situation in the Korean peninsula remains tense, no flights have so far been affected. Several airlines have issued statements saying that their flights will operate as normal, and unless mainland South Korea is directly targeted, it's unlikely airlines will alter their schedules. In other news, passengers at Auckland International Airport suffered severe disruption on Sunday evening after the airport's runway lights stopped working. 13 inbound flights had to be diverted to Hamilton, Wellington and Christchurch, while at least 10 outbound services were cancelled. According to local media, affected incoming flights included those from Singapore and Sydney, while 5 of Air New Zealand's international flights were unable to depart. Meanwhile, Taiwanese carrier Far Eastern Air Transport has moved a step closer to resuming flight operations after it was granted an airworthiness certificate by Taiwan's Civil Aeronautics Administration. The carrier suspended operations in 2008 due to financial difficulties, but has said it plans to resume flights on domestic and cross-strait routes by the end of the year. But according to local media, the CAA has told the airline it must repair at least 3 of its aircraft and raise at least $39 million before it can relaunch flights. And finally, in today's news, Hollywood actor Richard Gere has been named the 2011 Ambassador of Reliance Chateau. Gere, the Pretty Woman star, has penned an introduction to the company's 2011 guide, in which he describes the rather insane attention to detail he applies to hospitality. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining us on the Asia edition of TDTV. We'll see you again tomorrow.